Welcome to the Civil War Digital Digest. I'm your host Jeremy, and today we're going to take a look at another aspect of soldier life, of polishing brass getting ready for an inspection. This could be done out in the field. It would especially be done in a garrison situation where soldiers wanted to look their best because they were going to be inspected by the officers. So how would they go about doing that? And that's what we want to show you today. A great item to do out in the field to show the public this level of living history, an experience for yourself, and of course for that dress parade on Sunday, you want to look your best. So a soldier in the field, the very easiest thing to do would have been using fire ash. Yep, just good old white fire ash for the polishing medium. Because in order to polish the brass, you just need some type of medium to get the tarnish off, maybe a little bit of water from a canteen and some cloth, and that's all. Since we're here in Garrison at historic Fort Wayne, we have actually some polishing paste that came from a sutler. Since we're in Garrison, we had the ability to pick some up, but because we're in Garrison, we really got to make sure that this looks good for our inspection tomorrow. Another item that's really useful is a button board. You don't want to get the polishing paste or that fire ash into the wool cloth, because for starters, you're going to have to clean that, and it might just stain it or damage the cloth. So first I'm going to work on the coat. The button board we have here is one that actually can be seen in Lord's Encyclopedia as an original that we've recreated, just made out of wood. It's got a hole to slide the button through, and then the slot to be able to hold the button in place and then protect the cloth from the polishing paste. So we're going to pop two in here side by side. Now, if we were using fire ash, we'd still want to get the cloth damp or wet so we can make that paste with that white ash. And again, I want to stress that you just want to use the white ash. If you get in sand or dirt or the black bits of the charcoal, that's going to scratch and score the brass, and that's not what you want to do. So you just get it wet, and then you're going to get a little bit of your medium here, in this case our polishing paste. And then give the buttons a good scrub. Now with the polishing paste, this is a little bit of a cleaner process. With the fire ash, you're probably going to have to reapply it a little more, and you're going to be even more careful about getting that off onto the cloth. You're going to want to use a little bit of force with your fingers, pressing down, not too hard, but enough where you can get down into those nooks and crannies. Once you have it polished up nice, you can take another part of the cloth that doesn't have any of the polishing paste and just give it a real nice polish and sheen. If you're using fire ash, you might need to use another damp cloth to kind of wipe off the excess of that fire ash that's gotten buried into the nooks and crannies. And get it all nice and clean. And that's it, quick and simple. You can probably see here there's a huge difference between the one that's been polished versus the one that's not been polished. Very simple to do. It's something that should be done before every inspection, before every dress parade. Now, that's for buttons. Let's take a look at the cartridge box. Now, as I said, we've been out on campaign. This brass is filthy and definitely needs to be cleaned. It's got all sorts of burnt powder residue on it. The method's the same though. We're going to get our cloth damp. We're going to get some of our polishing medium on it. And then we're going to go to work scrubbing. Now, another option would be using a buffing stick. And I just have a simple stick that I picked up in the field. I got kind of a narrow end and a fatter end. And the advantage of this is to save your fingers a little bit. And you can also get into the nooks and the crannies a little bit better than with your fingers. And we're just going to do a little bit of corner here so you can see. Again, going to use a little damp cloth to wipe off the excess paste, and another dry cloth to give it a buff. And there's still a lot of work to be done. but look at that huge difference. That's what your officers are going to want to see when you go out for that inspection and that dress parade. Again, a very simple thing to do at a living history event, a very simple thing to show children how to do. That was a huge aspect of a soldier's life. You can see countless examples when you dig through primary sources talking about getting ready for inspection. This is one of the things that they were talking about. Thank you for watching the Civil War Digital Digest. If you liked this episode, please hit that like button, share it out so your friends can see it as well. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.